Hi guys, so my name's Kelsie, and I decided that I would share my coming out story. So I wrote down intros on a piece of paper. They're all stupid. They're all really bad. I don't know why that. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Basically I'm just trying to film my coming out story, and I just dropped my pen. My name's Kelsie, and I just came out to my parents. My mom in October, my dad in November, on Thanksgiving. Actually, it was Black Friday. But came out to them, and I was gonna share the story, and now I just look like a fool in front of my computer, sitting in my dorm room alone. Nobody's gonna watch this anyways, but here it is. So my sophomore year in high school, I fell in love with my best friend, and I didn't want to tell my parents because I was raised religious, and I'm not trying to slam any religions or anything. I'm just stating the facts. I grew up religious, and I was terrified of what my parents would say. So I shared this information with only a few people. I played flag football in high school, and that's the people that I shared it with, along with my coach. A majority of the team my junior year was gay, and so seeing them helped me a lot because I was able to see people who were happy being themselves. And that was a good thing because I needed to learn who I was. I needed to see these people being happy being gay. So I told those few friends, and then I started telling more and more people, and it kind of came out, and then I got a job, and I told my coworkers, and me and the girl worked together, so it was kind of like this big thing. Like, we were starting to tell people, and I had those few friends, and I trusted them with everything, and everyone at school was like, I know you're gay, and I was like, no, and I still denied it, even though I knew I was. Duh, how could I not be like, pretty, girls are cool. I just realized that I spelled doing wrong on this sheet of paper of ways that I was going to say hi to intro this video. That's really off track, but I just noticed that, and that's kind of weird. It was really hard for me to not tell my parents because I wanted to be able to be honest with them. But being honest with them, I thought I was going to get disowned. I thought I was going to lose my parents. I thought I was going to lose everyone in my family and just be on my own. I was a senior in high school, so being on my own was not what I wanted to do because I kind of needed to go to college, which is what I'm doing right now. So I couldn't be myself at home, and it took me a long time to finally figure out who I wanted to be. I was very confused for a really long time because, like I said, I was raised religious, and it never was a possibility. And then it finally became a possibility, and it was terrifying. And anyways, what I was saying was it became a possibility, and it was a great possibility, and it was amazing to finally have some sort of an idea of why I was so different. Because if you knew me, if you saw me, good lord, it was bad. I was a terrifying teenager. I'm still a teenager, but I was a terrifying younger teenager. I had met people that were like me. I knew people that were in relationships. And watching them made me realize, it's okay to be gay. It's normal. And just because a religion dictates that it's not, does not mean that it's not okay. So I spent a long time trying to figure out how I was going to come out to my parents. Because I realized, this is the kind of person I wanted to be. I wanted to be this way, I wanted to look this way, I felt more confident this way. And then I met my current best friend. That helped me so much. She seriously was the best thing that's ever happened to me. I don't know where I would be without her because she helped me embrace who I was more than anyone. She helped me pick out clothes and things like that because I started buying my own clothes because I did not want to be wearing girly clothes. I mean, no offense to anyone that wears it, but I cannot do it. This is so stupid. This is the worst video ever. I would walk out of the house in my work uniform all the time. Like, my parents probably thought that I spent 24 hours a day at my job because I was always in my work uniform, and then I'd change in my car where I kept all of my boy clothes. I was really uncomfortable with myself. I knew I wanted to cut my hair. I had known I wanted to cut my hair for pretty much all my senior year of high school. My sister is dating this guy, and he literally is one of my best friends, and I was talking to him, and he was like, you should do it, like, I'll be here for you no matter what, and I know your sister will be, and I came out to him before I came out to my sister, which sounds really bad, but, like, I trusted him, and I knew he would know how my sister would react. When I came out to my sister, we were in my bedroom, and I was sitting there, and I was like, so I have something that I need to tell you, and she was like, oh, okay, I already knew that, but whatever, and she supported me through the entire thing. Like, I love my sister, and that brought us a lot closer, so it was really nice to have a support system to be able to come out to my mom. At the end of summer, I moved up to Reno, and when I moved up to Reno, I started going to college. I cut my hair. I'll try to put a picture, like, right here of me with my old hair. It's bad. I'm warning you. Like, you might want to shield your eyes for, like, the next 5 seconds, because here it is. Here is the picture right here. This is me then. This is me now. Better. I was so happy with my haircut, but I still had not come out to my parents. How stupid is that? I did not come out. I cut my hair before I came out to my parents. I had to tell them before I came home for Thanksgiving. Like, it had to happen. Because clearly, have you seen me? So my mom ended up being like, oh, I'm coming up for the UNLV-UNR football game. And I was like, oh no. I was so confident that I was going to come out to my mom. And you know what I did? Didn't come out to my mom. And, so she went home, and I texted her, like, the next day. I can't remember. It was either the night of or the next day after she went home, and I was like, hey, Mom, I'm gay. And she texted me back and sent me, like, this long message. She was like, I still love you and all this stuff. And I was like, yes, like, my mom's on board. And I was like, don't tell Dad. I want to tell him when I come down for Thanksgiving. And she was like, okay, that sounds good. I won't tell him. So she didn't tell him. Well, the next day, I texted my mom a picture that I had seen on Tumblr. And, it was like rainbow flags of these parents supporting their kid, and I was like, hey, is this gonna be me for Thanksgiving? And she was like, no, because as much as I love you, I don't support that lifestyle. And I was like, oh, okay. So me and my mom didn't talk for 3 weeks, and, like, this was the end of October, so we didn't talk until she texted me to remind me to check in for my flight home. So that was a terrible time. Anyways, so I came home for Thanksgiving, and, like, me and my mom were okay. We fought a lot, but we were okay. I mean, I knew that she still loved me, and, like, I knew I was still gonna have my mom no matter what. So then came the time that I had to tell my dad, and I was terrified. So if you know anything about my dad, he is very, very strict. He knows exactly what he wants his kids to do. He knows exactly who he wants them to be. He always expected me to be, like, his one good kid. Like, he always told me, like, you're gonna be my one good kid, the one that I can be proud of, and, like, stuff like this, which I didn't like at all, because, like, it wasn't fair to my siblings. Like, he wasn't even giving them a chance. But, this is terrible. Thanks, Snapchat. I appreciate you. When I went home for Thanksgiving, I went Black Friday shopping with my mom and my dad for clothes, because clearly I was running. I didn't have much because I was paying for my entire wardrobe, and I hadn't come out to my dad yet, but he kind of just went along for the ride and played along. So we were standing inside of this store called Buble, and I was looking at t-shirts and stuff, and I was like, hey, Dad, how do you feel about this t-shirt? And he kind of looked at me and he goes, why haven't you told me yet? And I was like, huh? And he goes, I know you're gay, so why haven't you told me? And I was like, oh, this is gonna be awkward. And we're just, like, sitting inside the store, and I'm like, okay, Dad. So we're standing there, and I'm like, I didn't tell you because I was scared that you would disown me. I was scared that I would lose my dad, and that's not something that I want to do, because I've always felt closer to my dad. I've always felt like me and my dad have a very special bond, and I think it's because I'm more interested in the things that he's interested in. And so I didn't want to lose my dad. And so I told him, I was like, I didn't want to lose you. I was scared that I would lose you when I came out to you because of how our family works. And he was like, I still love you. Like, you're still my daughter. I still would do anything for you and all this stuff. And I was like, just standing in this store, and I was on the verge of tears, and I was like, this is amazing. Like, I am finally out to my dad. And so he comes and he stands like next to me, because we were like a couple feet apart, and he comes, stands next to me and gives me this huge hug, and he was like, I still love you so much no matter what. Don't ever forget that. I'll always be here for you no matter what. That was honestly one of the most amazing moments of my life. And then I walked over to my mom and I told her that he was fine with it and everything was fine. And I remember going to bed that night and I just laid there and I was like, I'm finally out to the world after 3.5 years of waiting to be out. After finally figuring out that I was gay. That was an amazing feeling. And I had no reason to be scared. My parents were going to accept me no matter what. And I am so thankful for that. And I hope that when everyone comes out to their parents, if they come out to their parents, that it'll be the same as me and they have no reason to be scared. And I hope that I can help at least one person with this video. I know I won't have a very large audience, but it means a lot to me that I have the ability to be able to help someone. Even if nobody ever watches this video, it helped me to be able to talk about it. So that's important to me. And thanks for watching.